everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here. Little Joan was sitting in the sunbeam. I kind of disturbed her. But I wanted you to see her pretty face while I do a hot take on Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo sucks. I haven't come up with a good nickname for him. He's definitely a tyrant like my governor, Phil Murphy. An authoritarian, maybe dictator. Dictator Cuomo? It's more dictator de Blasio, really. He's de Blasio is like full-blown communist. I think Cuomo's just totally inept, and I don't even think he's really much of a socialist, quite frankly. It's more de Blasio than anything else. But the big news story regarding Cuomo is one of his staffers got attacked, got hit by a cinder block. Terrible. Homeless guy just, hit her. Threw a cinder block at her. It's terrible. It's on video somewhere. But the weird thing is, they don't mention the race of the homeless guy. And it seems like the media will mention the race of everybody involved in everything in almost every news story. But here, they just leave it out. And the guy happens to be black, which, who cares? I mean, it doesn't appear to be racially motivated, but it's just weird that they wouldn't mention it. And they mention it in so many other news stories. But that's the media. But a happy poll, majority of Americans hate socialism, which we all kind of know, and don't like AOC either. And it's true. It's just... It's a wonder these Democrats keep getting elected in these cities. I suspect that they're not as popular as they claim to be in these cities. That they're actually very unpopular, and that they cheat so much that they're basically just putting themselves in office. I mean, Giuliani hinted at that when he talked about when he ran for New York, that he actually had to win by hundreds of thousands extra votes just to offset the cheating. It's like, at what point do we go after these people and stop their cheating so idiots like this don't get elected? Harmful morons. Harmful morons. Yeah, that's a good term for them. Rather than useful idiots, I will call them harmful morons. But harmful moron Andrew Cuomo is already laying the groundwork to reopen, which I find very interesting. This article, Cuomo floats potential reopening game changer and the Bills want to play. Well, I don't care about the Bills. Who does? But, he says, we cannot go through another year with the economy shut down. We can't, Cuomo said Wednesday. How do you balance that? How do you keep the economy open safely while you want to hit full vaccination? Can you reopen venues using rapid testing? It's not even going to matter, dude. Vaccines aren't a cure. You can't just pop someone with a vaccine and it's like, okay, that guy will never get beer virus again. It's not the way it works. The flu shot was only 50% effective at best. And so some people would still get the flu. And in fact, if you got the flu after you were vaccinated, it was likely you got a different strain that was stronger than the flu strain you were vaccinated against. Viruses mutate and they evolve. And they tend to get, fortunately, they tend to get weaker as they spread, which is a good thing. So, the idea that these guys now want herd immunity, that they're shooting for herd immunity. They finally discovered the term herd immunity. It's ridiculous. The WHO changed the meaning of herd immunity on its own website to only mean, enough people who are vaccinated. Which, again, that's not as good as, say, everybody getting the virus, recovering, and having a natural immunity to it. Because everybody who recovers is immune to what they got. The vaccine is always an immunity that's in the past, right? It's the virus that, whenever you took the samples of the virus, while you're making the vaccine, the virus continues to mutate. So that's why it's not as effective. But these guys are setting it up, so you'll have to be vaccinated. You'll have to be vaccinated to go into certain places. You're going to have a little vaccination card. Oh, yeah, these guys want all that because then money. That's the only reason. They want to put you through all these hoops so they can make money along the way. Whether it's the guys who make the vaccine, whether it's the guys who make the little cards or the technology that's in your phone so you could show people you've been vaccinated, whether it's the security teams that set up in places to check people or whatever, they're going to have all sorts of money, all sorts of connections to these new businesses that make sure you're vaccinated or get you vaccinated or whatever. And you can go pound sand if you're not vaccinated, because that's how they'll hold up your business too. That's another thing that the city can hold over your head and drive you out of business if it decides, oh, these guys didn't vaccinate right, so we're going after them. It's a disgrace. And that anyone would push forward with this nonsense. And they know it's nonsense because we've seen these elites again and again break the rules. They don't care. Do you think they would break the quarantine if this disease was actually that deadly? Do you think it would break the quarantine? You think if Dr. Birx would have went to her family's function if she actually thought people could die? No. She's a doctor. She's a doctor working on this very virus, and she broke the rules. That tells you they know it's not a danger. It's not that the virus doesn't exist. It's just that it's such a small danger. This is all for show. This is all so guys like Cuomo can change the rules and say, oh, you got to stand here. Can't stand over there. You got to stand here. You got to be in line. We got to see your little piece of paper. And you got to go through this corridor. Oh, that's a good little citizen. Good citizen. Oh, you people are protesting. We're going to shut down your business. That's what it's about. It's about control and money. It's always about money, really. If these people could make money, they wouldn't even be in politics. So, I think Cuomo has been one of the worst governors. And in fact, the entire Cuomo line is really just a disgrace at this point, except maybe Mario. I mean, Mario, the father, he was pretty good. I think he was governor, right? Or mayor? No, he was governor. But man, his two sons, I think they're both disgraces. So if you're thinking of voting for Cuomo in any capacity ever again, I sincerely hope you will get to a doctor and have an actual scientist examine your brain to see what's wrong.